In this video series, I'm telling you what I've learned about cryptomedia and NFTs over several hundred hours of my own personal research. In the last video, I really talked about, we zoomed in on the visual art use case of cryptomedia. So if this serves this fine art use case where you're creating a one-of-one or maybe a limited edition collection of fine art, this is the fine art use case. You're going to have art collectors come in and they're just going to want to hold these digital crypto media files, or you have people come in and flip them as well. Two different user groups in the NFT ecosystem. In this video, we're going to talk about something called profile picture NFTs. These are collections of similarly themed avatars. They're called profile pictures because they feature these, usually like these cartoon profiles of these cartoons, and they're collections. Like for instance, CryptoPunks, there's 10,000 of these types of avatars in the collection. Same with Bored Apes, there's 10,000 Bored Apes. And here are some other very popular PFP collection NFTs, but this is just a category that you have to understand when thinking about cryptomedia and NFTs, because if we go to OpenSea, which is the biggest NFT marketplace, we go to stats and rankings. If we go to all time, we look at what has been the most popular NFTs of all time. These are the CryptoPunks and Bored Ape Yacht Club collections right here. This is a type of PFP collection, and within CryptoPunks there's 10,000 punks. We can see all the ones listed on OpenSea. Some of them are available, some of them aren't, but I guess they've already listed all of them because there's 10,000 items there. And we can see the last price that was bid on them and all that, but you kind of get the idea that it's like these pixelated images, and you have to really wonder why people are spending 129 ETH on something like this. But it's its own style. It was inspired by the London punk scene of the 1980s, and this was the first PFP collection. This was this company who put this out there called Larva Labs. They kind of came up with this idea of creating a collection of similarly themed avatars, but they are distinguished from one another by different attributes that have different levels of rarity. So we can kind of just like going through here, like this one has an earring, this one has a beard, this one has a mohawk, this one's wearing a mask. Some of them have pipes or cigars. Here's a bandana. Crazy hair, right? 3D glasses. So if we click on this, we see 3D glasses. That's actually a pretty rare attribute because only 3% of the 10,000 CryptoPunks, so I guess that is 300 CryptoPunks, have this 3D glasses attribute. And here are some other attributes right here. It's a male. So that's and that's probably the most important thing to understand about CryptoPunks. Let's see, type. It's the type, right? So if we go to type, there's 5 different types of CryptoPunks: male, female, zombie, ape, and alien. As you can see, there are only 9 aliens. So this is the most rare type of CryptoPunk, and this is why these CryptoPunks go for so much money, because they're just so scarce. Like 8,000, I was about to say euro. 8,000 ether for this CryptoPunk. I think this was the highest selling CryptoPunk of all time, but somebody spent 8,000 ether on it. I don't know what that was at the time. It depends on the ether price, like the conversion from USD to ETH. But anyway, suffice it to say 0.09% rarity for this alien type. So I hope you're starting to get an idea on what these PFP collections are. They're similarly themed avatars that have different levels of rarity within them, but still, even the most basic CryptoPunk is still going to be several $100,000 because overall this collection is just held in such high esteem. Now, what can we say psychologically, or I guess more abstractly about these PFP collections? What people are usually doing is they purchase one of these NFTs and they set it as their social media profile pictures on Twitter, for example. And in 2 or 3 videos ago, the first video in this series, I told you that Twitter is now verifying that you own the NFT that you upload as your profile picture. So you can actually authenticate, yes, this person spent several $100,000 to be a part of the CryptoPunk community. And so you have an individual identity. Every single one of the 10,000 NFTs in this collection are different from one another in some way, but you also have a collective identity as a CryptoPunk holder. The next PFP collection to talk about, it's the second most popular of all time. It's the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and there are also some variants like Mutant Ape Yacht Club, something Kennel Club, like you have these companion dogs, but the original collection is Bored Ape Yacht Club, and it's like these crazy apes that are just kind of like, they're bored apes, so they're all kind of just looking at the camera like, impress me, you know, they're just like super indifferent. I kind of like this style. But this is too expensive for me because, again, like just even to get like one of the least rare, least expensive apes is like hundreds of thousands of dollars at this point. These things have become very exclusive to own. But it's just like CryptoPunks in that all these NFTs are different from one another. They have differing levels of rarity based on the attribute combinations. But they are all different from one another. And so it's an individual identity, but you also join a group or a club. And this is what I want to talk about next. This is, there are some specific, projects that are coming up around how these groups of NFT holders can become kind of like a community. Now we're all familiar with Discord. It's like this internet instant messaging app. You can join channels, I believe they're called, or servers, and you can get into IM with whoever is also part of that server or channel. What Collabland does is it lets developers integrate something called token gated access or token gated roles, so that now you have to own a Bored Ape NFT just to get access to the Bored Ape Discord channel. And so now you know that there's only going to ever be a maximum of 10,000 people in that channel. And now you know that you're only chatting with other people within your internet community. So this is a way that you can make things more exclusive and create these exclusive user experiences if they hold a certain NFT or token in their Web3 wallet. It's very interesting, and this is just such a new design space. Like the company that created this Bored Ape Yacht Club collection is Yuga Labs, and they're really innovating around this space. They have token gated Discord and Telegram channels, and then also your Ape NFT allows you access to an exclusive merchandise store. So you need an Ape NFT just to buy like a Bored Ape sweatshirt or t-shirt from this exclusive store. And then also they had an in-person event in real life. These nerds all got together and celebrated something, I think in New York City, called Ape Fest. And so in order to get access to that event, you had to be an Ape NFT holder at the time. Again, like I said, the company that created Bored Ape Yacht Club, Yuga Labs, they have really been innovating around what a PFP collection is. They didn't just put out this PFP collection and stop development. They're very active. So one thing that they did was Bored Ape Yacht Club, if you bought these were the original collection. But now, or at some point, they sent all of the ape holders another type of NFT called Bored Ape Kennel. Let's see, Kennel. Bored Ape Kennel Club. So they sent now these are all NFTs that every ape holder got, and now they have a companion dog, and people are bidding on them in the secondary market. So they have real world value because people want to become a part of this Bored Ape Yacht Club in some way. It's really starting to achieve this cult status. And then another thing they did was they airdropped Chemistry. They airdropped these serums to all the ape holders. And if you apply this NFT, this mutant serum to your ape NFT, then you actually create a mutant ape. So your normal looking ape gets scrambled into something crazy like this. And Yuga Labs is doing this because it's expanding the reach of its PFP collection. It's all well and good if only 10,000 people can own your collection and be part of that community, but they're expanding, and I think there's 20,000 of these mutant apes. So they're starting to expand the number of people who can join, lower the barrier to entry. These are lower prices than the original BAYCs. Now we're still not done talking about Yuga Labs because, again, they're really innovating in the NFT space. And what they plan to do is, well, they are in developing this metaverse game, essentially, where they're creating this land that people can buy. The overall metaverse is called Other Side, but then they had a land sale called Other Deeds. The holders of their projects like Mutant Ape and Bored Ape, they were airdropped some of this land. So they were given essentially for free land in this Other Side metaverse. But then they also had a public sale of Other Deeds so other people could buy land in the metaverse. And there's going to be a gaming component attached to this. So what they are doing is what they've done is they have built this original IP, which are just these ape avatars or characters, and now they're expanding it to, first of all, other PFP collections, and now they're building this metaverse game where presumably these characters are going to be imported into the game, into the metaverse. You're going to have special privileges as an original BAYC or MAYC holder. And it's going to create an enormous metaverse economy just around this original IP. So it's an incredible idea, and NFTs and cryptomedia are allowing individuals to own part of the IP of this overall brand, which is BAYC. This is a completely new development.